A new game appeared on the PlayStation Store the other day, and I'm just waiting for Nintendo ninjas to start throwing lawsuits their way. Anime Life Sim looks to be the newest installment into the cozy game space, and the newest lawsuit. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm not sure if any of this is actually illegal, but it's obvious that there's some very heavy inspiration. Not sure if inspiration is the right word, but we're on the line of straight up copying Animal Crossing. This game is set to be released in 2026, and my first thought was, wow, that's giving Nintendo way too much time to respond. And then my second thought was, but what if this game is good? There isn't a trailer yet, which I guess is to be expected for a game that is at least a year out, if not more. But there are some screenshots. From the outside, it looks cute. It's Animal Crossing. I dig it, obviously. But once you look a bit closer, everything's just a little bit off. First, what is this game? Maybe it does something completely different from Animal Crossing, or has a unique take, like Long Winter, which is like a PvP Animal Crossing and a lot of fun. So reading the description of the game, it's exactly Animal Crossing. Let me just read it for you. Create your perfect anime life in this charming social simulation. Build your dream home, befriend quirky animal neighbors, and live out endless adventures in a vibrant world inspired by your favorite life sims. The word inspired is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. They go on to list some key features, which are forming friendships with neighbors, each with a distinct personality. Somehow I'm thinking not. Design, decorate, and expand your home while developing the town. Fish, catch bugs, garden, craft, discover fossils. Not really seeing any differences here except the distinct personalities. Experience changing seasons, dynamic weather, and special events. Express yourself through fashion, home design, and town development. And finally, help your animal neighbors run your own shop. Look, a new feature. Wow. And organize town events. From collecting rare items to hosting tea parties, which seems like a weird feature to highlight, but I like tea. Every day brings new surprises. Will you become the most popular resident, create the most beautiful home, or turn your town into a thriving paradise? Start your kawaii adventure today. Your perfect anime life awaits. So basically Animal Crossing with tea parties. I do like the whole start your own store thing, but that seems to be the only difference so far. Who knows? Maybe they'll add more before release next year, or maybe not. The PlayStation Store did have a few images that we can look at to try and get a better idea as to what this game is offering. I will give them credit for creating their own assets. They didn't completely rip off Animal Crossing, they just a little bit ripped off Animal Crossing. The neighbors seem like they are completely unique. The player character does look very Animal Crossing-y, but again, it's not a complete copy. There is some originality to this. The description of the game does say single player offline, but this picture shows multiple human characters, and if this is anything like Animal Crossing, the only human characters are players, so this could possibly have online capabilities. Which does open up a door to something Animal Crossing doesn't do, which is a good online. At first glance, everything looks pretty nice. It seems to be a decent game. We have some furniture, some dialogue, an outside shot, and that's about all we're given. Not much for a game that was just announced, but again, we still have a whole year until this game sees the light of day. But looking closer at these images, it's pretty clear that AI is involved. Now, is AI used because maybe the assets aren't finished yet, and they just wanted to get some screenshots out? Maybe. But if we're a year out, most of the furniture items and player characters should be very close to their final forms. I'm not a game developer, but from my experience with seeing how things work, this game should be almost done. If you're using AI because your game isn't close to completion yet, then maybe it's not time to announce it. Pretty sure a year isn't sufficient enough to make everything you have to make for a whole video game, especially with one with so many assets for decoration. Which makes me think this game is mostly AI generated. These furniture items don't make sense. Like, what is this? It's literally nothing. This doesn't exist in real life. This player's eyes, they're all kinds of messed up. And this is just 2 circles. I could make this face in 5 seconds in Photoshop. There's no reason to generate this face unless the whole thing is fake. It's confusing though because it doesn't seem like everything has been touched by AI. The animal villagers do look pretty normal. Maybe their designs were generated at one point, but they do look like actual models that were handmade in a software. It's hard to mess up simple animal styles, I suppose, but it's also hard to mess up a simple character face too, and they did that. This worries me, not because AI is bad, that's the usual, but in a game where one of the main mechanics is decorating, you should spend time on the items that you are decorating with. what is this thing even called? How am I supposed to decorate with an item that doesn't exist? It's just a jumbled mess. Anime Life Sim seems like it's going to be a cash grab, taking the best parts of an actually good game that real humans worked hard on and made a worse version of it, without even trying. Like, if you're going to copy something, at least put work into it. Don't cop out twice. Don't cop out on what the game is and then also on everything else in the game. Work on something, please. Anyway, just wanted to make this quick video on it since it popped up on my feed yesterday. I don't have a PS5, so I won't be able to check out the game, and I doubt it will ever come to Switch. But if it happens across Steam at some point, maybe I'll download it. I don't know. I'm always torn. I want to play it to show how awful it probably is, but I also don't want to spend money and support someone who is clearly half-assing something. What are your thoughts on this game, or just AI games in general? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!